to a new reading vlog. I decided to kind of do a few challenges while I like get myself back into like the reading vlog groove, simply because if I don't have a challenge, I won't read for some reason. I don't know why, but this week the goal is to read at least 100 pages a day. I was gonna do like a screen time, reading time swap, but then I looked at my screen time and I was like, that is for an upcoming video, because like I'm a little bit busy this upcoming week. My screen time is bad, y'all. It's bad. But today I uninstalled Instagram, TikTok. That's the two social medias that suck up all my time are those two, and I got rid of them. I need them off my phone for I can actually like sit down to actually do this challenge and to read and not get sucked into the void of social media. But enough about that mumbo jumbo. Let's talk about my TBR for this week. I kind of have two books because they're both fairly long and fantasy, and I like keeping my expectations low as possible. Continuing on with my Poppy War reread, I do want to read and pick up The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. Last vlog I did read The Poppy War and I said that I might continue the series, but I definitely am going to continue the series because I just need to be emotionally destroyed again, and yes, that is why. The other one is actually a book on my phone, and that is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. I'm really excited about this one. This is one of Brandon Sanderson's like secret projects that he worked on during 2020, and then he's like releasing like 4 books this year. I read Trust of the Emerald Sea, and I was gonna read it's almost like a play on Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I can't think of what it is.
Editing Cass here. It's nothing like what I just said. It's called The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England.
I read some reviews and a lot of people weren't that impressed, but I kind of want to try to read it anyways. Also, like, random side tangent, I had a dream that I met Brandon Sanderson last night. So like kind of topical that my hold for Yumi and the Nightmare Painter came in. Literally, like, I don't even know. Like, it was at my old elementary. Dreams are wild. I don't know what was going on last night. That's kind of the plan, the TBR for the week. Other projects that I need to work on is I have a collab map with Timothy over on Myths and Maps that I really need to work on, which is actually what I'm going to be doing here pretty shortly. I'm going to be heading to the Full Cup and getting some work done on that. I also have another map that I'm working on, but it's like a city map. That is really exciting because I've never done a city map before. I typically only draw fantasy maps, so that's gonna be fun. And then I have my very first Jiu Jitsu tournament this Saturday, so I will be training a lot this week, so be prepared. I don't know if I'm gonna like film at all during practices. I might film like a little bit for I won't like overwhelm you with like Jiu Jitsu content, but that's gonna be on my mind a lot this week, is the fact that like I have my first tournament. I am really nervous, not necessarily for competing, but just like, I don't know how it works. I'm going to pack up and head out to the Full Cup, aka my favorite bookstore / coffee shop, and get a little bit of reading done. I might read for a little bit, but I actually want to start with like my drawing portion, so we'll see what happens. You'll see what happens here pretty shortly. But before that, I actually had a photo shoot yesterday with my dance team, and it was just such a pretty place that we went to. We went to a rose garden in Dallas, and I just wanted to share those clips before I go and like share the montage of whatever I'm doing. So enjoy that, and I will update you later. I gotta stop with the finger guns. It's getting ridiculous at this point. random color updates are back. I got my colored lights back, so now I can be like green if I wanted to. I could be red, which is really, really aggressive. Blue. I can look like person from Avatar. White, which is kind of boring. What color do we want? Kind of am feeling blue, but not that blue. It's a little too green. It's a little too purple. Oh. Ooh. I'm thinking that. No, I'm thinking this. Okay. And now that that very, very important decision has been made, let's talk about the Dragon Republic a little bit. I did read my 100 pages. I actually read a little bit more than 100 pages. I read 172 pages, and I just made it to, I don't know if you can see that because this lighting is lovely and I love it. It's not horrendous in the slightest. Part 2. Read about like 50 pages at the coffee shop. I mostly spent my time drawing. It was so fun. Drawing that city map and starting to outline it was spectacular. I drew like the absolute teeniest amount on the collab map that I was talking about that I need to work on earlier, and then proceeded to work on the city map instead, and I just had so much fun. And I had like a cozy autumn playlist going in the background. The vibes were immaculate. Also, I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone, but I was listening to music with like raining ambiance in the background to the point where like I legitimately thought it was raining for a second, because I was like, shit, like how am I gonna get my sketchbook to my car? It's pouring outside. And I took my earbuds out and I'm like, oh, it's Texas. I'm an idiot. Rain? Who is she? Okay, let's talk about the book. That's enough of random updates. Part 2. Part 1 was mostly spent kind of establishing what Rin has been up to. We had like a little bit of a time jump between the Poppy War and now. They're kind of dealing with the after effects of the war and where the character's at, how the characters are handling their trauma, and spoiler alert, not very well. No one is handling their trauma. Everyone just collectively needs to find a therapist and like work through their shit, because everyone has been through hell and back. Also, this book has so many betrayals and twists and turns, and there's one character in particular that you have this gut feeling about them. And you should trust your gut about them. I'm not gonna say who, but just trust your gut when it comes to certain characters. Where you're like, I feel like they're manipulating everybody. It's because they probably are. I've really enjoyed getting to kind of see what's going on. Like I said in my last vlog, since I've read the series before, rereading it has been such a blast, because I'm not struggling to keep up with like the different warlords or the different characters and the magic system. I understand how everything's happening and what's going to happen, so I don't have to like focus so much on comprehension. I can focus more on like minor details that I might have missed the first go around, especially with like the military like strategy planning aspects of like how the war is gonna work. I have really been enjoying the Dragon Republic. I know I complained, I think during the live show or some other time, about the pacing of this book, and so far for part 1 it hasn't been bad. So I don't know if I was thinking of the wrong book or just wasn't a fan of the pacing the first go around, but I've really liked how things have progressed. But I think we're gonna hit a lull. I think we hit a lull in the middle of this book. I'm not sure though, but I'll keep you updated. But I might read more, I might not, but that is the last update for tonight. So I will see you tomorrow. Hello, today is Tuesday and my hair kind of is a little questionable looking. I let it air dry and my hair is just not meant to be air dried, but I'm trying to like have it be healthy, so that's not applying heat to it as often as I usually do. So I just look like this. Anyway, I read my 100 pages of the Dragon Republic today and I am now on page 325. So I did actually read a little bit more than my 100 pages. Let me do some math really quick. So I read 153 pages so far. Oh, also Katie's here. You can't see her, but I'll make her speak later. I am in the thick of the book where it's very, very, I don't want to say that like this entire series isn't war heavy, because like it is, but in this case, it's a lot of like strategic moves, things that are happening outside of the scope of where our characters are, certain like attacks that have been making, or certain things that affect like the entire land have been kind of occurring. And so it's a little boring. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a lot of character, I don't want to say development, but character growth with like where they're at. It's been kind of stagnant these last 150 pages, and I know it'll pick up in the end, and it's done very well because it is a war and things don't just happen like that, you know? I'm a little bored. I enjoy like political banter, but not when it's like off screen almost, when it's talked about, but we're not seeing it. And Rin is with this little bitch named Petra. I hate her guts so much. You're not supposed to like her at all, but those scenes just like bug the shit out of me and they made me so angry. That is my little update for tonight. Literally didn't do anything else today except for like work out, sleep, and read. So super eventful. I did actually, that's a lie. I did finish my city map. I don't know if I ever showed what it looked like, but I'll show what it looks like now. It's kind of cool. Actually, take it back. Like, it's really cool. It looks like a spider web, and I'm really excited to like add in the details of like buildings and trees and such. This has been really, really fun. I think it was like the most therapeutic map I've ever made, especially outlining it. So exciting. My collab map is on hold until my 003 fineliner comes in because believe it or not, the 005 is not keeping up with Timothy's map. It's not happening. And so I bought a even tinier fineliner. This thing is like microscopic, but it's coming in Wednesday. Wednesday? What is today? Tuesday? Yeah, so tomorrow. It's coming in tomorrow. So yay! It's kind of my only updates for today. I will make Katie say hi. I'm sure she wants to. Katie, would you like to say hello to the vlog?
I need a second to regroup. Hey, hello Cass's vlog. How are we all doing? How are we feeling about the reading vlogs being back? Because personally, I'm super jazzed about it. I love Cass's other content as well, but I do love a good reading vlog. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down there. Freaking obliterate that like button. Comment down below. Support the channel. That's all I have to say.
You heard her.
Y'all have a good day.
I hope you enjoyed whatever that was, but you heard her. I mean, straight from Katie's mouth. But that's my little update for today, and I think I'm gonna continue reading like a little bit longer. It is only like, nah, it's almost 10 o'clock. I might go to bed. I've been going to bed so early. Oh, also I realized that my hold for You Mean the Nightmare Painter is an audiobook, which means that I can multitask after I finish The Dragon Republic, because I do want to finish The Dragon Republic before I dive into a new novel, just where I can like fully enjoy being in the middle of one novel. I mean, I am in the middle of like 4 other books, but I haven't touched those in a while, so they don't count, you know? So that is exciting, and I might get to more books this week, especially at the rate that I'm reading. I feel like I'm making some good progress. I'm already like halfway into The Dragon Republic, so exciting things. That's your butt.
Oh.
Be respectful.
Oh, but she's purring. You know?
Bet y'all weren't expecting Winnie content in this vlog.
Like to provide, you know, everybody gets winning content. My channel, your channel, everyone's channel.
is actually Friday, so sorry for the little bit of a time jump. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget to vlog Wednesday, Thursday. I just didn't vlog for various reasons, but I did read 100 pages. I actually read 100 pages on Wednesday and then like 200 something pages yesterday in order to finish The Dragon Republic. Kind of wrap up my thoughts on The Dragon Republic. The pacing wasn't as bad as I remember, first of all. I just still have the complaint, I guess, that I talked about earlier, which was a lot of things with like the war happens off screen until like the last probably 200-ish pages, where Rin is then more in the sphere of like where the war and where the battles are going. Some things happen, some things are revealed. The major betrayal occurs and it hurt so much again. I was like, I already knew it was coming, but I couldn't remember when it was coming. And then when it did come, I was like, no, 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 don't do this. But then yeah, anyways, lots of things have been revealed about who the true enemy is. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Still a good time, but let me tell you, it was so refreshing to pick up a YA book after reading The Dragon Republic. That's right, I have started The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I am 120 pages in today, so already done with my 100 pages. But if I'm being honest with y'all right now, I plan on sitting down and finishing this entire book. So that's probably gonna happen and I'll update you when that does happen. But I sat at Serve, which is honestly one of my other favorite coffee shops. I just rarely go to because I don't like their hot chocolate, but their coffee cakes. I had like a brown sugar coffee cake, phenomenal. And I can't wait for them to get their pumpkin coffee cakes. Oh, I had them a couple years ago and I've been dreaming about them ever since. So it's really, really cute too. It's like a house that was converted into a coffee shop. So there's like little rooms, little nooks, and the decor is just so aesthetic and I love it. And the vibes were so peaceful until a group of moms came in and started like chitter chattering, but they were happy and that's what matters. Anyway, let's talk about the naturals really quick. So I think the best thing about this book is that the main character's name is Cassandra. I mean, she goes by Cassie, but like still. Is it me? No, it's not me. I'm not a natural profiler, let me tell you this. I'm enjoying the introductions and we're slowly seeing Cassie kind of learn the ins and out of the group of naturals, and they're still in like training. I just want them to like get to the real thing because I know that's probably what's gonna happen and I'm just impatient. It's very, very quick to read. I literally was like, the font is so big. I mean, it's not like that big, it's average, but compared to like, let's just do a little side by side for comparison. Don't read these words, y'all. Don't read these words. They will spoil you probably. Here's the Dragon Republic. And here is the Naturals. See the font difference? See how much more relaxing this is? Just fly through. I also thought I'd do a little library haul because when I picked up the Naturals, I also decided to just pick up the rest of the series except for book 3. I am missing book 3. I can't remember the order of this though. Aha. So we have Killer Instinct, which is book 2. I am missing All In, but I'm hoping that my hold from the library will come in time. If not, then I'll just have to be patient, I guess. And then I also have Bad Blood. And I also picked up 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I originally planned on reading the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series by Holly Jackson, but then I watched Katie's vlog and basically like spoiled the entire series for myself because I decided that it's been on my TBR for so long, like I'm not gonna read it. So I wanted to read something by Holly Jackson, and I remember Katie mentioned that 5 Survive was pretty good, and I saw it and I was like, kind of fits the theme of the books that I've kind of picked up here recently. So I thought, why not? I also want to show off my map that I worked on today at the coffee shop. That's right, I'd actually made progress on the collab map and I'm very, very proud of what things are looking like. Gotta peek my head out to make sure I'm in frame here. I'm almost done. I will be honest, that is my only update for right now. I just wanted to update you on me finishing The Dragon Republic, my little library haul, and my thoughts on the beginning of The Naturals. It's just really fun to dive into a YA book, not in the typical genre that I pick up. In terms of like other things going on in my life, like I mentioned earlier in the week, I have a Jiu Jitsu tournament tomorrow. But guess who has inflammation in their ribs? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I love this sport. I've never had rib pain before. I've dealt with like various joint pain, especially like growing up doing gymnastics. My wrists were fried, my ankles, my knees, my hips, my back, my everything. But my ribs, that's a new one. But apparently, because Jiu Jitsu, a lot of times you're just like crushing people's rib cages. And everyone at the gym is literally like twice my size. And so when your ribs are compressed, guess what? They can become inflamed. It's just really, really uncomfortable, but I'm still gonna compete tomorrow and then I'll slowly ease back on the amount of training that I've been doing because like I said, I was kind of going like very hardcore with my training these past few weeks, training like twice a day. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays were like 4 hours a day between jiu-jitsu and kickboxing. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so my body kind of is not as young as it used to be. And I only say that because I used to be a gymnast and that has left me with some lasting pain, okay? Every time I say that at jiu-jitsu, I have these 30-something-year-olds being like, girl, you're like 21. You are not washed up at 21. I'm like, yeah, but my body feels like it's 35. So I will let y'all know what I think of the naturals after I finish it, or if I have updates in the middle of it, I'll let you know. It is a couple hours later now, and I did end up finishing the naturals. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3-star. Honestly, I thought I would enjoy it a little bit more than I did. I just didn't really connect to any of the characters as much as I would have wanted. They all just seemed a little bland. I feel bad for, well, I don't really feel bad for saying that because it's the truth. I was like not as invested as I think I needed to be to really enjoy. I really enjoyed the plot twist at the end though. I thought that was kind of interesting and I liked that like intense thing. And the love triangle is a little fun. I am biased towards one. He's super cocky and it's funny. It's definitely captivated me enough to continue the series. Obviously I have like the other books checked out, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So it's definitely just like an average 3 stars. I'm hoping the rest of the series will get better as it goes on, but kind of my thoughts for the naturals. I definitely finished it so quickly though. Like I started and finished it today. It's not very long. It's like just over 300 pages and the font is like really big. So that's also like a reason why I was able to finish it pretty quickly. Right now though, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of editing and then I might draw my map a little bit more. I think I'll read my 100 pages tomorrow by starting Yumi the Nightmare Painter. But honestly, I don't feel like it anymore. Between the Dragon Republic and the Naturals, I'm like, do I want to dive into another fantasy series or should I like finish? I mean, Yumi the Nightmare Painter is a standalone, but I think I am going to change my TBR a little bit. I don't know what I'll read, but it'll either be book 2 of the Naturals or book 3 of the Poppy War. So stay tuned for tomorrow. I'm not sure though, because I also have the tournament tomorrow that I'm going to. So maybe having an audiobook would be good. So I should maybe start Yumi. But honestly, that's for tomorrow me to decide, not present day me. So I'm going to do my stuff and I will send my stuff. I'm gonna go get some stuff done and I will actually talk to you tomorrow, which I think I've said like to end out every single day update. So whatever, I'll see you tomorrow. I really hope y'all enjoyed that little bit of Jiu Jitsu footage. I am really proud of like how I did. I did get second. Here is my physical evidence of my second placeness. These things are heavy as well. They're literally like 12 ounces. I weighed them because I was curious, but kind of proud. Anyways, that's all the jiu-jitsu I will be talking about in this video, and I'm actually here to wrap things up. I did actually start The Burning God. I know I was like up in the air about which book I was gonna start, and I decided just, what if I finished a series before starting a new one? It's a really new concept to me. It's not something that I do very often, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I ended up reading 201 pages of The Burning God, and I'm enjoying this one, which I say every time. It's so good. I've read it before. Obviously, I wouldn't reread books that I don't enjoy, so like, duh. But in terms of this one, more politics and sneaky backstabbing is at play. More wars are happening, but they're on like smaller scales leading up to, I know, like the big attack between the two enemies. And I don't know how to say this without like spoilers. There's a new player or an old player in the game, but in a new light? Sure, we'll say that. And I don't remember exactly what goes down with that. I think I recall and it's like anticlimactic, but you know, it'll do. Anyways, that's my little update on The Burning God. In terms of what else I read during this vlog, Dragon Republic and The Naturals. Dragon Republic, obviously slower paced, but not as bad as I think I thought it was in terms of pacing. And I don't know if that's because I was setting myself to read at least 100 pages of it. So by time I got 50 or so pages in, I was already so sucked into it, I just wanted to keep reading. And then as for The Naturals, I literally finished this book in one day. So it was a very, very quick read. I wasn't super duper impressed. I didn't really connect to any of the characters, but I am intrigued enough to try to continue the series. So we'll see if I end up picking up the next book soon. Because if I don't pick it up soon, it's not gonna happen. That's kind of where I'm at with this book. And I successfully completed this challenge of reading 100 books a day, which I'm very proud of. 100 books a day. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 100 pages. I did not read 100 books. 100 pages every day this week. Honestly, it wasn't that difficult. If I just have challenges, I read, but for me to just like pick up a book on my own time these days, it doesn't really happen, and I'm not sure why exactly, but I did really, really enjoy this challenge. I do hope that you did enjoy this video, and I do appreciate y'all's support. Let me know what y'all have been reading lately, or if you've read any of the books that I read in this vlog, we can chat about that, or you can just talk about something else. But I would love to see y'all down below in the comments, and thank you once again for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Toodles!